So in our last video, we broke down the 5 signs that people pleasing has completely taken over your life and how your Gen X childhood programmed you to do the little eggshell walk all the time. So today we need to talk about the hidden cost, and nobody wants to, nobody's really talking about when it comes to people pleasing. So thank you all for being here. I appreciate every single one of you who comes and watches my videos. For those of you that have not been here before, my name is Christy, and on this channel we talk about life over 50, all the things good, bad, and unexpected. So yeah, what this habit is doing to your physical body, nobody's talking about this. And if they are, they're in those little wellness groups that, aren't really just talking about real life if you're, not into it. So if you're constantly exhausted, crashing out in the afternoon, like, basically nodding off at 3 o'clock, feeling underlying sense of anxiety that just never seems to go away. It's not just normal being tired. Today, this is the breakdown of the exact physical toll that is people pleasing is taking on your health and our bodies in general, and some practical things that can help you reclaim some of your energy. So when you spend your life fixing everyone else's problems and avoiding conflicts and constantly worrying about whether people are mad at you, or if, the anxiety of if you're getting everything right, or if you're annoying people, or if you're that it feels like you're being threatened all the time, like by something. Your body doesn't know the difference between a literal predator, like somebody chasing you down the street, to do harm to you, compared to, your internal panic of, oh my gosh, my husband's gonna be upset if he sees that, or, if my kid gets, a bad grade, it's going to reflect on me as a person because I wasn't there to do enough for them. Those kind of things. Your body's like, or when you never say no too, that's the other thing. Like constantly, yes, I'll take care of it. Yes, I'll do that. Yes, I'll give you a favor. Yes, 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 yes. Your nervous system starts to get overloaded. And then your body goes into this kind of consistent low grade fight or flight type of programming. And what that's doing internally is, the first thing it does is it affects your hormone called cortisol. And cortisol is a big regulator in your body for all types of things. What it does is your adrenal glands are consistently pumping out the cortisol, the adrenaline. And over time, that high cortisol, it disrupts your sleep. It causes weight gain, especially women, perimenopausal women. You all probably are experiencing some of this. Right around the middle, lots of weight gain. And it can destroy your immune system. So if you're already have a compromised immune system, having this fight or flight, I don't know why I can't say that, fight or flight, internal engine running inside your nervous system, keeping you constantly on edge, and the underlying, even though on the outside you're calm and happy and going through life, but on the inside, your body is like freaking out. Basically, to put it in lame terms, that's what my doctor told me one day. Your body's just freaking out. So, and then that leads to the energy crashes. So you're literally sitting there at your desk, you know, you've had lunch, you've come back, you're getting in the groove, and now you're on a Zoom meeting and you're nodding off. And everybody can see you. And you're sitting there nodding off. It's 3:00 in the afternoon and you cannot keep your eyes open. That is all part of it. The high cortisol and everything in there. Internal burnout. Yeah, your body starts reaching, you know, slow, that internal burn of unexpressed anger, resentment. Those start showing up, you know, like you go to bed and you're angry and you're just kind of irritated about everything in the day. Nothing seemed to go right. You know, you did everything for everyone and nobody was happy still and you don't know what to do. So you just went to bed. You wake up the next day, your neck, like you can't turn your head, your shoulders frozen. That is all internalized. All those feelings that you had before you went to bed, that whole day of, I did everything I could to make everybody happy and nobody was happy. And you know, that feeling you get that's just like, did I do enough? Was it enough? And you go to bed with those thoughts in your mind and you wake up in the morning and you can't move your shoulder, you can't turn your head. That is called internalizing the emotion and coming out in a physical way. So for Gen X women, let's just focus a little bit on just the women for a moment here, because this is you know, something, and men, you can learn from this as well on how to help your women. So I'm going to actually read some of this that I already wrote out. So for Gen X women, when you layer perimenopause or menopause on top of all of this, it makes everything 10 times worse. So not only are you already over here doing all this, now your body's doing all this on top of it, and then it's mixing together. I don't know how else to really explain that, but you have stress over here, you have stress in your body, and now your body's natural hormonal flow is stressing out. So we have progesterone in our bodies, which is our natural calming hormone. So when that drops, our resilience of stress, that all goes down. If your body is already flooded, like, you know, with decades of the people pleasing, like most of us, I mean, it's just a Gen X thing, I guess. This is how we were all raised. You know, it really just sucks all the rest of your, just kind of drops everything out the bottom when it comes to hormones. That cortisol just really just flatten lines everything. So the hot flashes get worse. Insomnia gets worse. Anxiety gets worse. I've had some of the worst anxiety ever last year, to where I actually had to pull over on the freeway on my way to work. That was pretty bad. Brain fog. Oh boy, my husband sometimes thinks, are you losing it already, honey? Because sometimes I just can't remember. I couldn't remember my best friend's last name. Okay, I've known her for 30 something years. 40 something years. The 80s was more than 20 years ago. Remember that. So yeah, 40 something years ago. And the other day I forgot her last name. She's never been married. She's always had the same last name. I just went blank. So, you know, these are all things that are just normal that happen, I guess, you know, when we're in our age that we're in. So those things are definitely real physical manifestations of things that are happening within our nervous system that we are projecting through all these ways that we were brought up to be the nice person, to be the giving person, to be the one who's always pleasing. So, and for those of you who are already dealing with a chronic illness, boy, this unnecessary pressure is just even going to overload you even more. So, yeah, when you're already fighting an autoimmune, chronic fatigue, or any long-term health issue, your body has zero margin for error. Your energy is already limited. When you waste that precious energy managing other people's feelings and other people's problems, and making sure other people are getting all their needs met, it can trigger those massive flare-ups that you get. I know with what I have, I try to keep my nervous system as calm as possible, but it's not always, doesn't always work that way, because the flare-ups from the illness I have can be completely debilitating and just put me in bed, and you can't function like that. So for Gen X women, navigating our 50s, managing these hidden stress responses is just just a luxury of being in this situation in life, I guess. It is essential, for our health, though, that we are taking care of ourselves, because we cannot just continue on without taking care of ourselves. It's not going to get better, and it'll take us to a point where we won't be able to help anybody else. We won't be able to do those things for other people, because we'll be too depleted of everything that we have, our energy and everything else, that it will make you sick. It will put you down. It will put you out of commission. And then what's everybody going to do? So, we all have to kind of work at this together. Yeah. So I guess it's just, like I said in my last video, it's time to be different. It's time to heal ourselves. Healing from all that people pleasing. And it just kind of starts with the realization that no is a complete sentence. If no is no, it doesn't matter what situation you're in. That is a complete sentence. If you don't want to over-explain it, you shouldn't have to. No, I don't want to go. No, I don't want to do that. No, I don't have time for the favor you need me to do for you, when you have plenty of time to do it yourself. My husband loves to do that. And it's okay right now, because I really do have the free time, but he always likes to ask me to do favors for him when he doesn't really have anything else to do himself. He just doesn't want to go do it. I don't know if any of you deal with that, but you don't need to apologize to everyone for every single thing. You can still have true kindness and put up boundaries. And the next time you feel that anxiety, like telling you gotta fix it, you gotta fix it, you gotta fix it, just kind of sit back, take a deep breath, and for once in your life, choose your own well-being first. If it's something that you can get involved and let your brain get in there and let your emotions get involved, but deep down, this isn't something you can just walk in and fix. This is something usually somebody has to fix on their own. So finding that boundary where you can be there for that person, you can be there for your child, you can be there for your husband, you can be there for your parent, but you don't have to absorb everything that they're going through. You can be there, you can be supportive, you can be kind, you can be helpful, but you can't allow yourself to be taken on the ride with them. Does that make sense? Anyway, I am really enjoying our conversations these days, guys. And I know this is a part 2. I've never done a part 2 to a video before. So I hope this is giving you guys some information that you can take with you. And also doing this YouTube thing, if you go back to my first videos, I flat out said, I don't ever want to do this, but here I am doing it. So I've gotten to the point now where I look forward to making these videos, and over the weekend and things when it's too hectic and there's too many people in the house and stuff, I miss making my videos. So anyway, if you guys are interested in YouTube and making videos of your own, I would highly recommend my coaches. I go through SKOOL, SKOOL, and I go to Common Sense Methods with Kevin and Michelle. They are my YouTube coaches. They have been doing YouTube for a long time. They are extremely knowledgeable, extremely helpful, and extremely kind. So you don't ever have to worry about anything unkind in school. Also, the group that I'm involved with in the community there is about 200 people, and they're all extremely helpful and supportive, and just a group of wonderful people to spend some time with. So if you guys are interested in that, I will leave the link for SKOOL in the description box down below. And like I said, it's a one week free trial, I do believe. So if you just want to check it out, if it's not for you, that's okay. And if it is, you'll be welcomed into the right place. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye for now.